What if anyone could help build the network cities rely on and get rewarded for it? That's the promise of DePIN. Decentralized protocols that coordinate real-world infrastructure from wireless and compute to energy, sensors, and mobility. We'll build from the ground up. Fundamentals first, then incentives and business models, followed by architecture, verification, launch execution, compliance, case studies, and your capstone. Think of this course as a build sequence. We start with the market. What problem exists, who needs it, and why DePIN is relevant. Then we move into incentives and business logic, because networks only work when participants have a reason to contribute. From there, we examine the technical stack that makes those incentives operational. Finally, we connect architecture to go-to-market, operations, and real-world execution, so each decision supports adoption and long-term sustainability. Use this course through your role, but do not stay trapped there. Beginners should move in sequence, while experienced learners can go deeper where their decisions live. The value comes from connecting every perspective into one network system. After each topic, map the idea to a real DePIN use case, crypto network, or app ecosystem. Then ask, what supplies infrastructure, who creates demand, and how does the protocol coordinate both? DePIN means using decentralized networks to build and operate physical infrastructure. Instead of one central company owning everything, many participants contribute devices, coverage, energy, mobility, compute, or data. Tokens reward useful work, proofs help verify it, and marketplaces connect supply with demand. This foundation will support everything we explore next. At the core is a simple mental model: physical infrastructure, decentralized coordination, incentives, verification, and real market demand working together. A participant might provide storage, a wireless hotspot, a sensor, an EV charger, or an energy asset. The protocol defines what counts as a useful contribution, how quality is verified, and how rewards are earned. DePIN applies Web3 coordination tools to infrastructure in the physical world. Hardware providers deploy equipment, then prove where it is, how well it performs, and whether customers actually use it. Smart contracts can track participation, settle rewards, and assign governance rights. Tokens help bootstrap supply early, while proofs and usage data reduce the need to trust unsupported claims. Physical infrastructure is hard because it cannot scale like software. Someone has to buy equipment, install it in the right place, keep it online, and meet real customer expectations. Tokens can coordinate that work, but they can also reward the wrong behavior. If rewards ignore location, uptime, usage, or service quality, the network may grow fake or useless supply. The core design challenge is linking incentives to proof of real, valuable infrastructure. A DePIN network works because many roles coordinate around one shared system. Contributors and operators deploy the infrastructure. Users create demand by paying for services like connectivity, compute, data, or storage. Validators and proof systems make sure the work is real and measurable. Developers, vendors, partners, foundations, and investors provide tools, hardware, governance, capital, and distribution. The key takeaway is this: DePIN is not just a token incentive. It is an operating ecosystem. That ecosystem runs through a repeating loop. Contributors deploy physical capacity, such as sensors, hotspots, storage, vehicles, or energy assets. The protocol verifies useful work, including location, uptime, performance, capacity, or actual service delivery. Rewards encourage the right behavior early on, when demand may still be thin. Over time, the healthiest loop shifts toward customer usage. Revenue funds better infrastructure, and better infrastructure attracts more real demand. Tokens can act like fuel for a DePIN launch. Early rewards help attract people to deploy and maintain infrastructure before customer revenue is enough. But that fuel has to push the right behavior: useful coverage, real capacity, uptime, and fulfilled demand. If rewards only pay for emissions, participants may game the system instead of serving customers. The goal is to transition from token-funded growth to revenue-backed sustainability, where rewards reflect real network value. Rewards only work if the network can trust that real-world work actually happened. A device might provide coverage, store data, deliver bandwidth, measure energy, or run compute. Telemetry is then collected and turned into a proof, using tools like cryptography, hardware attestation, GPS, peer validation, or audits. The network checks that proof before issuing payment. Good verification rewards useful service while limiting spoofing, fraud, privacy leakage, and expensive overhead. Another way to see DePIN is as a marketplace with two jobs. On one side, contributors bring real-world capacity, coverage, energy, sensors, data, mobility, or compute. On the other side, customers pay for useful outcomes, such as access, usage, performance, or services. The protocol sits between them. It sets incentives, routes payments, measures quality, and builds trust. When this works, scattered infrastructure becomes a dependable product. Customers can actually buy. In practice, DePIN can appear anywhere physical infrastructure can be contributed by many independent operators. Examples include wireless hotspots, spare storage, GPU capacity, vehicle charging, batteries, mapping devices, and environmental sensors. The category changes, but the pattern remains. Coordinate supply, verify useful work, and reward participants for expanding a real-world network. DePIN works when these pieces reinforce each other. Independent operators provide infrastructure. Token incentives help attract early supply. Proof and verification confirm that real-world work is actually happening. Customer demand turns the network from an experiment into a sustainable market. And across all of it, contributors, users, validators, developers, vendors, and partners keep the system moving. You've built the foundation. Next, we'll look at why DePIN is emerging now.